My name is Captain Kacey Ezell, and I am a UH-1N instructor pilot at Kirtland Air Force Base, New Mexico. We teach them to fly to unprepared landing sites both in the day and at night, and then we teach also some tactical flying, which incorporates principles of threat avoidance and mitigation. Gosh, when I think of flying those old aircraft, I mean, yes, I can imagine it, but it's scary. Like, they didn't have so many of the systems and safety features that we enjoy today in our aircraft. I got to give those ladies and those gentlemen who pioneered aviation in those days, I got to give them a lot of credit for being gutsy. One of my most cherished experiences was actually my deployment to Iraq. I spent a year flying Mi-17, which is a Soviet-designed, Ukrainian-built, Iraqi-owned helicopter. At the time that I flew with the Iraqi Air Force, they didn't have any women flying. I was actually a little bit surprised at how the Iraqi men responded to me. As a Western woman, for me going over there, I was such a novelty. It was almost like it was a prestige thing to be able to fly with me. So it became somewhat of a joke that we would have to have an extra 15 minutes added on to our show time to go fly with the Iraqis, just in order to allow for time to take pictures. I knew that I wanted to be a pilot from about the time that I was 9 years old. And I wanted to grow up to be a dragon rider. But I was also a pretty logical child and realized that dragons are in somewhat short supply here on Earth. So about the closest I was going to get was going to be a pilot. So when I was 9, we were living in Clark Air Base, the Philippines. And I remember we went to an air show and we saw the Thunderbirds perform. They're not dragons, but they're still pretty cool. And I said, Dad, I'm going to do that one day. And he was like, okay, whatever, kid. My parents were always very supportive of my choices. My mother, to her credit, wanted to be very sure I knew what I was getting into. So she was the one who told me that, yes, you can be a girl in a man's world, but you have to be good at your job first and foremost.